as this season's kind of unfolded, I know that you mentioned, if I'm paraphrasing it right, earlier in the season that you probably would have liked to practice young players a little bit more, get them ready for their roles in August. How about with recruiting? Has this season changed the way that you look at recruiting in terms of when you have a lot of roster turnover, you've got to have maybe players that aren't as slower developmental. You need some more out-of-the-box, turnkey kind of guys?
Eric, I think it's more about education, and the educational process for us is about, all the things it takes to win, at this level. There are so many things. It's not necessarily about, more reps as much as it is about, getting them involved in situations in the game, fighting for every inch, every blade of grass, just understanding, how competitive it is, play in and play out. And I don't think they see that or get that. So I think what I was trying to articulate more than anything else is that it's important to get them into real life. It can't be just the cleanup reps that don't mean anything. You got to get them into the fray right away and really begin that educational process a lot earlier.
And just lastly, sort of building on one of Eric's questions about that competitive edge that you're trying to bring out more and fighting for every blade of grass. As you look forward, do you feel like you have to redo the off season so those lessons can be learned not in September, they know it when the season starts?
I think we can have that conversation at the end of the season. That's a component that we'll get to, certainly. But, one of the components of winning football games is being mentally and physically tougher than your opponent. And I'm not saying that we haven't been. But, there are times that, it's going to come down to bending a guy back or, finishing off a block. And that's the difference between, a 3-point loss and a 3-point win. And we'll get to that after the season.